Nevertheless, when speaking of tanks, it is necessary to mention the US Army, which is equipped with some of the most technologically advanced and powerful models in the world. These machines are not just tanks, they are the embodiment of the battlefield, superiority, technology, and brute force. In today's episode of Clutch Tanks that make US Army an unstoppable force, we'll see graceful tanks and those that are out of this world. 10. N60 Pattern. Kickstarting our list is the N60 Pattern. Used during the Cold War despite being an old model, now it is still in use in many different countries. Due to the heavily armored body and the 105mm gun, it was a force to be reckoned with in its heydays. 9. M551 Sheridan. As a light airborne and air-portable tank, the M551 Sheridan may lack the protection afforded by the current tank designs, but it assured its operators that it was where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. It was mounted with a 152mm gun/launcher that could fire regular shells or guided missiles to boot, thus making it quite special. 8. M4 Sherman. This tank was instrumental in changing the outcome of the Second World War in the favor of Allies. Although the M4 Sherman did not have as thick armor or firepower as some other tanks that were built during the Second World War, the tank was produced in high quantities and was very reliable, which was an added advantage on the battlefield. 7. M103 Heavy Tank. Just as the name suggests, the M103 was meant to be a heavy-hitting weapon within the battlefield. Made to fight Soviet tanks during the Cold War, it mounted a potent 120mm gun and had heavily armored hull. It was a fortified vehicle moving on tracks. 6. M41 Walker Bulldog. Armored for reconnaissance and furious attacks, this mobile and swift light tank was known as the M41 Walker Bulldog. Fitted with a 76mm gun, it was best suited to engaging in hit-and-run actions, which offered the US Army one of its biggest assets in terms of mobility and flexibility on the battlefield. 5. N26 Pershing. The N26 Pershing entered service in the final stages of the Second World War, but resulted in a revolution very soon. This provided one of the thickest armored plates of the war and a 90mm gun, and designated as one of the most successful tanks of war, paving way to further American armored warfare. 4. M48 Pattern. Developed as a further refinement of the M46 and M47 Pattern designs, this model was created during the Cold War in light of the growing Soviet threat. Fitted with 90mm gun and better armor, it became the mainstay of the US armored formations in the 1960s to 1970s. 3. M1 Abrams SAP-V2. In its turned-out version as M1 Abrams SAP-V2, the car has become one of the most potent and up-to-date tanks in the modern world and remains the primary battle tank of the USA nowadays. And armed with a 120mm smoothbore gun, advanced armor protection, and high-tech fire control systems, it overpowers any terrain it moves into. 2. M1A2 Abrams. If you are familiar with previous models of the Abrams, then the M1A2 Abrams is the same thing, but better in every way. Due to the combination of ceramic plates and depleted uranium ones, it is almost invulnerable. Together with modern electronics and the 120mm gun, this is an awesome tank. 1. M1A2 CEP-V3 Abrams. Most armored tanks in the US Army are the M1A2 CEP-V3 Abrams that has been ranked as the most advanced, it expanding on its antecedents by emphasizing on greater firepower, protection, as well as networked combat. As this tank is equipped with the 120mm cannon, new armor protection, and better communication devices, it is invulnerable on the contemporary battlefield. Many of these tanks can be seen as forged detriment for the US military strength, as each of the tanks has own indisputable part in the American history of defense. From the M4 Sherman, a tank that served as one of America's go-to during World War II, to the M1A2 ACP-V3, you can see how far technology has come in the world of tanks. Well, as we know, war is not standing still, and therefore neither are these armored giants. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments below. I read and reply to all of them. And hey, why not share this video with a friend who might enjoy it too? Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.